Hello, everyone. Today, I want to talk about some planning and development issues, specifically density. What is it? Why does it matter? Who does it affect? Etc. Now, for most of my time on the Board of Aldermen, I've been the liaison to the Planning and Zoning Commission in the Planning and Development Department. Planning and development is at the heart of everything we do here, especially for a city that's the size and experiencing the growth trends that we are. Planning and development determines how we're going to grow, who we're going to be as a city, um, how expensive it's going to be to live here or build here. It really affects a lot of things. And so planning and development's kind of become a passion project of mine. It's something that I've really dove into to try to understand. And then, of course, sitting at these P&Z meetings, I've gotten to hear from residents, understand what your concerns are about growth and development, and I've gotten to meet with the developers and hear things from their perspective and find out where the challenges are, where the city could do things better, where how we can work together to accomplish the things that all of us want to accomplish. But again, today I want to focus specifically on density. So in Ozark, when we're talking about density, we're talking about the residential lots usually. More specifically, we're talking about the minimum lot sizes in residential subdivisions. So now Ozark has four different single-family residential zones: A, B, C, and D. And they range from 20,000 square foot lots for an A down to 7,000 square foot lots for a D. And then a B's at 15,000 and a C's at 10. There is no good or bad to density. There's pros and cons, and choosing the right density for a particular parcel of land is just a series of trade-offs. There's never a right or wrong. It's just finding that balance between everything. So what are the pros of density? Let's start with that. What are the pros? Well, one is economics. In just simplest terms, if you've got say you've got a quarter mile of street running through a residential neighborhood, if there are 20 homes paying for that street versus 10, it obviously costs a lot less per individual. So increasing density can actually keep your taxes low by allowing more people to be in the pool that are paying for that. And that would apply to everything, streets, water lines, sewer lines, etc. The more people that are paying for a particular given segment of that, then the cheaper it is to the individuals. Another piece here, though, is market demand. There's simply a desire for smaller lots, and you actually see that on both sides of the age demographic. So younger folks, first-time home buyers, they like the smaller lots. They probably they may not have kids yet or anything, so they don't need this room for kids to run around. They don't want to spend all their time mowing their yard, and they actually prefer the smaller lots. You see that same desire amongst a lot of senior citizens. Their kids are gone. They've got this big home that they had as their family was growing. Now the kids are all moved off, and they're looking to downsize. So there is a real desire for these smaller lots. Now, while I'm on the subject here, there is one myth that comes up again and again, and I kind of wanted to dispel that myth. And that is that smaller lots drag down the prices of surrounding areas. And there's simply no data to back that up. Even here in Ozark, the smallest residential lots we have are around 5,500 square feet. And where that subdivision is, it's actually surrounded by, everything that surrounds it is larger than it, in some cases all the way up to 17,000, 18,000 square feet. And that subdivision of small lots is one of the most desirable neighborhoods in all of Ozark. The price per square foot for the homes there are matching the price per square foot, and in some cases exceeding the price per square foot of all of the surrounding residential neighborhood. So there is no correlation between that. Yes, you know, a small lot might save you $5,000 or $10,000 in purchase price versus a larger lot, but the home that you build on that lot is much more important than the size of the lots. There's just no correlation between, you know, small lots don't bring down property value. That's just not true. So what are the cons? Well, it's largely going to be activity. Higher density means more traffic. Higher density means just, you know, more noise, more people, more air conditioners or heaters units outside running, more people talking, etc., etc. Activity, an increase in activity is generally the downside. Now, the drawbacks to density, that activity that is mentioned, can usually be addressed through other mitigation techniques, through good design, good planning. You know, if noise is your concern, we can use buffer yards and landscaping and this and that. You know, if traffic is your concern, we can look at road improvements and turn lanes and so on and so forth. So, you know, there is some economic upside. There is certainly a market demand for smaller lots. And then there are drawbacks, but most of those drawbacks can be addressed through these other mitigated techniques. So, which kind of brings me to, where do I come down on this? What's my opinion on density? I prefer to let the market decide. I would like people to be able to buy homes that are the size you want on a lot that is the size you want, and I would like developers and home builders to be able to respond to that demand. So long as, and there's always going to be an if or a but, and this is it, so long as the infrastructure can meet the density that's being requested. So there you are. That's kind of my position on density. Let market drive that as long as the infrastructure can handle it. If you have any comments or questions, post them in the comment section here, or message me, and I'll respond just as quick as I can. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye.